Hi everyone, it's Jake. I'm here with another resource review for you. I really have been enjoying using pluggedin.com, pluggedin.com, for, oh man, many years now. It's a really wonderful website that's put together by Focus on the Family and is run by Focus on the Family. And the purpose of pluggedin.com is to take movies, TV, video games, music, things like that, and pop culture, and to really look at them from a Christian perspective, and also take a look at the content that is contained within these things. Um, it's especially on the movie aspect. They do a really wonderful job of taking all popular movies and even some of the movies that you may not know about, and just looking at them for what they are. So I'm looking here at a review for John Carter, which just came out, I think last week, and it's a fantasy movie, like sword and shield type deal. And when you look over it, and it does give spoilers and all that jazz. So if you actually want to see these movies yourself and you don't want to be spoiled, you probably want to be careful when you read through these reviews. But it goes over starts off with the positive elements of the movie. Then it talks about spiritual content, then sexual content, violent content, crude or profane language, and it actually says how many times specific language is used, and obviously it blanks it all out so that they don't want to like type out all this stuff, but it does say like one use of the Lord's name in vain, two milder uses of God's name in vain, half a dozen uses of another word, but it goes through all of it and it just lays it out. It doesn't give any judgment on that in these sections. It just tells you what's there. Drug and alcohol content, other negative elements, which I've seen on a lot of the reviews, are kind of petty, but they put them in there just so people can see what is in the movie and judge for themselves. And then there's a final conclusion after that where they kind of talk about, the values of the movie, if it's something that it has redeeming value or whatever. You have to take especially the movie reviews, with a grain of salt, because Focus on the Family is a very conservative site. So sometimes their conclusions can be, they can take a movie that you look at, the content that they lay out, and say, it doesn't really seem all that bad from what they have talked about, and I'm not too worried about it. Or you may look at it and go, man, these reviews are really helpful for me, trying to not only understand what is in the movies that my students are seeing, but also being able to read it, get an idea and a concept of what the movie is about, so you can talk to your student about it. Students, this is a really good. I've actually had some times where I've wanted to go see movies when I was a student, even when I was in college, and I haven't really, the movie looked good, but I was kind of on the fence about whether I wanted to go see it. And I would go to pluggedin.com and check out the movie reviews, and I'd actually read through it, and I'd go, you know what, this doesn't really seem like a movie that I would enjoy, or B, it would be a movie that would really encourage me, or if it would even be worth the money to go see it in the theater. They have a huge back catalog. I don't think that they ever erase a movie. So I think you can even go back for the last 10, 15 years and look up, especially the major movies, and see a content review of it. So feel free to use that. The music and TV ones are a little bit more subjective. It's usually the author's feeling about the TV show. It's nowhere near as in-depth as the movie portion, which is understandable, right? Especially for TV. You can't go through an entire 9 seasons of a show and lay out all of the content that's there. It's just too vast. But the TV portion is pretty good. Usually it's just commentaries. The music one I don't really use. I don't really have a whole lot of pop culture music. Doesn't really appeal to me, so I haven't really looked a whole lot into it. The video game portion is also pretty good. They sometimes can be a little bit harsh on video games, but that's understandable, and I wouldn't hammer on them for that. But especially, even if you only use it like me, I only use it for the movie portion. I really enjoy it, and I think it's really worthwhile. It's a good discussion starter with the parents to the students, to, if they want to go see a movie, that you check out the review on Plugged In. If you still want them to go see it, or if you still want to allow them to go see it, or if the movie is fantastic, but you don't get a chance to go see it, you can come back and you can talk about it. What was the movie about? Well, I heard it was about this. How did that play out? It's really good. I'd really encourage you to check it out. Again, Focus on the Family puts it together, so it's going to be quality You do have to understand their stance and where they are in terms of their ideology and their theology and things like that. They are coming from a very conservative portion, which isn't really a problem for me or for most parents in our church or in many other evangelical churches around. But you have to understand that if they're adamantly opposed to something, that maybe it's not quite as bad as what they said, and so you have to judge for yourself. But it's a very good tool for you to use, so I'd encourage you to check it out. I'll link it below the YouTube video, but pluggedin.com. Go ahead, check it out. Also make sure that you click on the subscribe button above the video and like the video, leave comments or whatever. Subscribing is an important thing, because then whenever I upload a new video every day, you'll get an email with a link. You can just click on it, and then you'll always know where the videos are. So I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you really take some time to go check out pluggedin.com. Thank you so much, and I think tomorrow's video is going to be Pastor Warwick, so keep your eyes open for that. Bye.